Well, today I'm gonna be talking about how I broke my ankle and my foot when I went to go look at a dirt bike. So basically, with the snow and everything going away, I just wanted to get back on a bike. I haven't been on a bike in about, I don't know, it's gotta be close to about a year and a half, and I've been really wanting a bike, and I've been getting cars and stuff, and then I forgot how much fun it was. So basically, I made a post on Facebook looking for a bike, and I kept finding some, and then I came across a '05 CRF 450R, and I knew it was a good deal. They only wanted $2,000 for it, and so I was like, yeah, this is the bike I want. And it was about three and a half hours away, and I told him, yeah, I'll take it, and I deleted the post so nobody else would snatch it from me. So I asked my two buddies if they wanted to come with me, and they said no, and I was just about to leave, and all of a sudden I got a text from them, and they said that, yeah, we're coming, and I went and picked them up, and we were off, and it was a long drive, I had some fun talking, whatever, and I got there, met the guy, shook his hand and everything, and I'm looking at this bike, and it's a little rough, and the plastics are beat up, and I was like, well, can I take it out for a little test spin? And yeah, I took it out, and I fired it up, and she was running okay, but it was kind of hard to start, and he said the gas in it was about a year and a bit old, and I didn't really worry about that too much. I didn't think about it too much, and I've been working with bikes and stuff all my life, and I didn't really care about it. I didn't really bat an eye about it, and I got on it, and it was weird. It was like no power, and then all of a sudden it would run right, and it would have lots of power. And I took it down the alley. I turned around, and I was giving her, and I was going through the gears, and then I slowed down a little bit, and then I went to pop it up a little bit, and I went, and there was nothing, and then all of a sudden it just ignited, and it was just so much power, and the moment that front tire came up, I went to go and hit the brake, but I don't know if I didn't hit it hard enough, or what the hell the case was, and I went back, I landed. I just remember going all the way back like this, and it was terrifying, and I was just like, I can't believe I've done this. Like, because I'm really good at wheeling and everything. It just shows that no matter how confident you are, bad stuff can always happen, and I was mad at myself that I did that. And back to when I was like this, I just remember seeing the bike go to the left a little bit, and I hit the ground, or the ground got a road rash, and then the bike just came down, all of it, right on my foot and my ankle, and like, it happened so fast, and like I just got up instantly, and I was like, oh my god, I just wrecked this bike. And I lifted it up, and I was looking at it. I didn't care about myself at all. I looked at it, and my clutch handle was just way up in the air, and I just took my palm of my hand and banged it down. I was like, okay, that doesn't look too bad. My fender looks okay, and I was like, okay, cool. And then I yelled down the back alley. I was like, well, I guess I gotta buy it now. And then my buddies came rushing down, and I was, and the guy who sold me the bike came down, and I took like 5 steps, and I just boom, I fell to the ground, and it was horrible. I couldn't bear the weight, the pain, and my buddies just picked me up. And then once I got to the truck, they loaded it up, and I gave them the cash and everything, because regardless if I wrecked it or not, I still wanted it because it's a good deal and everything. And I ain't gonna be scared of this bike, and I ain't just gonna go and sell it because it broke my leg. It was my fault. And I get in the truck and I'm like, oh, I gotta drive this thing home, and it's a manual, and I went to the pharmacy to get some painkillers, and what a weird feeling it is trying to push the clutch in with your right foot. And but I got to the pharmacy, and my buddies went in and they got me ibuprofen, and they told me to take 3, and oh, the pain was horrible, and I couldn't bear it. Like, I never felt something like this painful before, and I said, like, I can't handle this. This is too much. And so my buddies, they said, well, we're gonna go to a bar, and you're gonna have to get some liquor in you, and it'll really help. And they were right. It really helped. And later on, we went down to the hospital. I got X-rays, and I, like, you know, at this point I was like, yeah, I probably just sprained it or something. And we got there and to the hospital. They made me put on a gown, like a gown, take off all your clothes and put one of them gowns on wherever you go. And once I got that on, I was just like, because, you know, I was a little drunk, and I was just like, what the hell? Like, you know, I shouldn't really be having to wear this just for an X-ray. And, you know, once I got the X-ray done, I'm waiting around, and then this doctor comes in, and he says, yeah, it looks like you're gonna need surgery. And I'm like, what? Why do I need surgery? Like, it doesn't hurt that bad. But the next day, like they put on a temporary cast or whatever, and I got home, and my whole leg was throbbing, and I unwrapped this whole thing and I took it off, and like the pain was just gone like that. It was just like the throbbing of it, because there's no blood going through it, and my foot was all swollen up. But the next day comes around, I go to the hospital in the city, and they got me in. I had to get surgery done, and like they knocked me out, and I woke up, and it was like, it was so weird, because like you're in a different room, you don't know what's going on, you're feeling all loopy and dopey, and then like, yeah, like eventually I woke up, and then once I got talking to them, they said like, yeah, like they put wires around my like your toe bones that go like all the way, your toe bones or whatever, go all the way through your foot. There's 2 wires on this one and this one, I think. But they put like two screws like in the top of my ankle, like I think it's like in that way or something like that. But I'll know for sure once I go back in, when they take the staples out of my ankle, and I'll be able to see the actual, like all of it, because the only bit I could see was the one that I'm putting in my thumbnail, and that's the only thing I've seen so far. But it just goes to show you can't be too overconfident when you're riding, and like it just I just think I'm too overconfident about like bikes and stuff, because like I can't believe you know, I just I just hopped on it, and I was like, yeah, I'm good, but I wasn't. So like, you know, take it easy. It doesn't matter if it's like, you know, you can be riding bikes for years, you go hop on somebody else's bike, it's gonna be slightly different, and you're not gonna know that, and like, you're not gonna know the feeling of a bike, and it can just hurt you like that. Like, and I was in muck boots. I wasn't in motocross boots or anything like that. And if I was wearing motocross boots, I wouldn't have a messed up foot and ankle here right now. And yeah. So anyways, I just want to make this video just to say wear your safety gear, whatever, and you should wear your chest plates or whatever, and your boots and all that, and you won't have to sit here like me and wait for like a month and a half to actually be able to go out and ride that bike. Because like, I think the worst part about this is just like feeling so shitty that I can't just go out and ride that bike, and I'm stuck here having to sit here and heal. Like that's the worst part, and like also the shame of like thinking like I'm like some crazy guy or whatever, and I can go do whatever, and like I'm fearless. But yet I go hop on a bike for 2 minutes and I break my goddamn foot. So yeah, whatever. And once I heal up, I'm gonna show you guys like how good I actually am. So if you wanna subscribe or whatever, if you're even still watching, but I'm going to ride the piss out of this bike.